Hey there, it's Ann Sieg coming at you. Hope you're having an awesome day. And I have just finished up my 21 Keys to Leadership Success. So I'm going to dive into a wider variety of topics moving forward here. So before I dive in, to have a little discussion about our good old friend Facebook. Go to annsiegmentor.com to join my private leadership community, where we primarily focus on leadership, but yes, I'll touch on marketing because that's what I do day in and day out and have been for the last 15 years, specifically online marketing. All right, so I'm going to just help give some general education as it relates to Facebook and people wondering, how to use Facebook effectively for their business. I am primarily a digital marketer and have been, like I say, for 15 years. I have my e-commerce business school as my current training community, which is providing digital training, mentorship. We do workshops, events, retreats. It's in a highly, highly extensive training and mentorship platform. So we do a tremendous amount of marketing of our platform. So I'm going to address how we use Facebook specifically. All right. So we have a page. And this is all developed over time, by the way. It is a very fluid and dynamic space. You got to be on your toes. We do Facebook advertising, and we took it all internal after having 5 different Facebook teams. Yeah, we made the decision, we're just taking this thing internal. And so my executives, there's 3 of us, we meet every single morning for sometimes up to an hour, sometimes an hour and a half, but at minimum 15-30 minutes just to review everything and just keeping on track. So let's talk about the page. So for example, I am broadcasting this on my page, which by the way, Facebook is very screwed up at this time, at least for my account, which is it will probably wipe out my description. And also they somehow lost 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks worth of Facebook Lives. So I don't even know that this is going to stick. It's very bizarre. It will be there and then it will be gone. So I've yet to connect with them and say, pray tell, what have you done with my videos? So anyways, such is the nature of working on software platforms such as Facebook. So the page, what is unique about it, it's public facing. Everybody can see it. And the other thing is this is where you will be running your ads from is your page. Then there's a group. The group is where people have to request access. There's 3 different levels: public, closed, and secret. So secret is the only way they can possibly find it is if you send the link. They have to be invited into it. They can't trip over it via keywords. It is a secret. So I've had secret groups. I have, all told, I probably had, I would say, safely say 25 groups over the last 10 years. So I've built so many programs and et cetera, and we tend to give a separate group for each training or training platform. Anyways, I'll just say the group. So we primarily use a closed. No, people have to knock on the door to get in. So please know that you can have them fill out a survey, 3 questions. And so that is where we capture their email address. And in that way, you could say, yes, we are simultaneously list building, and we can do a zap into, for example, we use ActiveCampaign. However, there is a caution that, as we all know, a lot of people give bogus email addresses. Hi there, Johnny, welcome. I'm going over some Facebook rudimentary information, making the distinction between a page and a group. So as people request to come into your group, you're going to have that opportunity to collect some data. And like I say, obviously you want to get that email address. I would run that through a list cleaner if I were you folks. So we actually have a software tool that we use to do that, a list scrubber, before they are then imported into our AC, ActiveCampaign, email software system. In that we don't want bogus email addresses, or that's going to hurt the deliverability of our emails to our audience. So we don't have that fully automated yet. We try to use Zapier for just about everything we can, but a friend of mine, a marketer friend of mine, he found that only 42% out of his list scrub were actual real valid email addresses. And I think it's going to vary from audience to audience and the trust they have with you prior coming into your group. But all to say, closed is what we use. We don't want a public group because a public group is pretty much becomes a big spam fest. And so we always have our rules within our group, and our groups are very, very well run. We don't have trash-filled groups. We don't have weird behavior going on because I have a strong leadership community behind my group. So they're always managed in a really intelligent way. So a little tip on this is if we see anything that's a little amiss. Hi there, Miss Christy. So what we do to manage the group is you can take the timestamp and then we post that in a different group for the leadership to review and then know how we might handle something. But so within our group, for sure, we don't allow any kind of spam activity. It's really meant to be a leadership development space. All my groups have been conducted that way over the last 10 years. So the quality of a group will depend 100% on the leadership over that group and what they provide into their group. By the way, make sure you go to ansiegmentor.com. That's my closed group, so you have to knock, ask for admission. Yep, hey there, Christy. Did you make your move yet, by the way? Wondering if you made your move. And I know you went to a concert just yesterday or the day before. That sounds like a lot of fun. Oh, thank you, Christy, for the kudos. Yeah, we don't mess around. I don't have time for child's play and sandbox behavior because we want to serve our people well. And so our intent and our focus is very clear. So it rarely gets into scuffles and strange behaviors that sometimes can happen within groups. Oh, you close on Friday and you move the 22nd. Congratulations, that's a big job. Okay, so also what's different about a group, or here's a strategy we use, and then I'll probably give a wrap on this because this is such a weighty, big topic. Josh Groban was fantastic. My middle son introduced me to Josh Groban. Christy's commenting, I know she went to that concert with her daughter. Anyway, so here's a nifty little trick. So with our e-commerce business school page, our timeline banner is a video, and then on the right corner is an invitation to go to our group, and thank you, and right underneath the group or the banner, I can't remember what it says, but it's an action button, and that's all tracked by Facebook. How many people click that button right on your page to then go to your group? So you can look at it this way. Your page is kind of like having a store along the freeway, and people are driving by and they can read your stuff. They can, like this Facebook Live, pretty much anyone can view. And then they can either choose, hey, I like this, and they can like the page, or they write some comments. By the way, the number one thing you want on Facebook, write it down, not likes. It's not about likes. It's about engagement. Because when you run ads, especially video ads, everything is measured, but if you have video ads, Facebook will track, and you can set the parameters how much of a video they have watched. And depending on your parameters, then they will go into a different bucket and become this warmer audience, going from cold to warm. And so then what we do is we put them in the next layer of a warm audience, and we put yet another engagement ad in front of them, and then we'll do a conversion ad. And then we do the reverse as well, which I'm not going to go into all those strategies right now, but we are very, very hard at it with our continual Facebook marketing and advertising, studying the data and the strategies constantly. But I just wanted to, and the purpose of this video is to explain the difference between a page and a group. A group is more like it's where you cultivate people. They're no longer just driving by your store on the freeway, they actually come into your house. And the more helpful your house is, your group, the more engaged they're going to become. And so Facebook tracks all these algorithms, the engagement on your page, the engagement in your group, and they will dish up traffic to you accordingly. The more engagement you have, the more organic traffic they're going to send your way. Amazon has very similar algorithms as well. So they're going to reward people who have done a good job. They've got engagement. And so we're seeing that. We do Facebook Lives on both our page and our group, one a day. And so I do over in that world, my e-commerce business school, and then I do this world too. So very frequently I end up doing 4 Facebook Lives a day. You got to think of yourself as a media production company. in the digital marketing space. You are a media company. That's what Ryan Deiss said of Digital Marketer. We are a media production company. And so we have a full-time videographer for our content expansion plan. And he is cranking out banners. We have another gal who's doing that, but primarily extremely well done, executed marketing videos that go out pretty much new every day. And that is all part of our content expansion. So it is quite a web of activity. So I'll have more Facebook tips and strategies coming up because this is my world that we're doing every day now. So that was it. Just wanted to give that little synopsis that I think could be helpful for a lot of newer Facebook marketers that I hope you find helpful. Hey there, good afternoon to you, Sally, just north of you in Bella Vista, Arkansas. I'll turn and show our yard. So hubby got these flowers right down there. See the flowers? And there's one. So he's got some flower planting to do today. Anyways, I'm going to give it a wrap. If you are just coming in, definitely listen to it. If you have any intent to get traffic through Facebook, traffic and conversions. And I shared a little bit about our strategy. It's a very comprehensive strategy that we're implementing for our Facebook marketing. So feel free to listen, write any comments or questions in the comment section below. And then make sure you go to ansigmentor.com to join my private leadership community. Oh, thank you, Christy. This is my favorite tree. It's called the red butter something, and it is like neon red in April and May. It's like psychedelic. This tree right here. Let me get a little. See that? It's just this really unique little tree. I'll go to another section. Let's just have some fun. It's Sunday, for crying out loud. We can have a little bit of fun, right? And I told my husband, I said, I'm going to weed today. I'm going to weed. I like weeding. I like working in the yard. Okay, so what am I looking for? Here it is. This is a new tree that we bought last year. Okay, let's see if I can point it in the right direction right there. It's a little teeny tree. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you guys were able to see that. It's so I don't know what this is. I don't know the name, which is really bad. But man, there's a lot of weeds in this yard. Oh, we rocked the whole thing. That path is new from last year. Okay, see the path? Because we have armadillos. My husband caught 14 armadillos last year, and then he would put them in the car. Oh, what is that? Were you talking about the tree? Oh, Japanese? You passed up I did. I passed up a hike because I had already made my plans. I didn't know he was going to go for a hike. And I'm like, no, I'm going to weed the front yard. And there's some family stuff I have to get to. So anyways, yeah. And then this was here, that little table thing. So anyways, I don't know if you guys can see that. Then we have a whole hedge of rose bushes, which the deer really like. Yeah, we live in the woods where there are copperheads and bobcat and all sorts of wild things. So I have to spray myself down with off to avoid the chiggers because they devour me. They like me. They don't like Brian. Anyways, it was fun chatting with you on this Sunday afternoon. You guys have a beautiful day. I did give a rather big, broad view of Facebook between page and group. So if any of you are wanting to do Facebook marketing, you can get that overview. All right, I'm going to run. And Marjorie has paving to do. We got more people rolling in. You must be talking about paving for your yard. You know, oh shucks, I'm going to show you guys one other part of our yard. I fell in love with our yard when we moved here. It's got this beautiful, one more thing I'm just going to show you guys, naughty me. And if you see branches, that's because my hubby did. Okay, so let's see. Okay. So in the spring, that is all flowered behind me. But anyways, okay. I'm going to get out of my Sunday best here, get into some grubs, and I'm going to do some weeding in the front yard. All right, God bless everybody. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.